Today, in this video, I will be making the strongest character in all of solo leveling. And by the end of this video, our character will be so strong that not even Sun Jin Woo with thousands of years of training would stand a chance against him. Now, before we get into the video, let's go over some rules. And the rule of this video is that we can only choose a character once. Meaning, if we were to pick Sun Jin Woo for special ability, we won't be able to choose him for race, speed, or strength. Now, let's get into it. For the first trait for our character to have is potential, and a good candidate for this trait would be Sun Jin Woo. When Norma Selner tried to expand his limits, she discovered an empty pit of nothingness, meaning Sun Jin Woo has no limits to his power. And in the end of his story, Sun Jin Woo possesses immortality, space travel, and time manipulation. However, I want to save Sun Jin Woo for a later trait. But the second candidate and the candidate that I'll be choosing is Sun Suo. Sun Suo possesses more potential than Sun Jin Woo does. Just like how Sun Jin Woo was an E-rank hunter, Sun Jin Woo's son, Sun Suho, was also an E-rank hunter. But Sun Suho was able to activate the system earlier and was able to clear challenges up much faster than his father. But the biggest feat of potential he has is that he was able to use ruler authority as a baby. So our character has the potential of Sun Suho. The next trait for our character to have is strength. A candidate for our character to have is Thomas Anderson, as his strength is so massive that he can crush things sort of stone with his bare hands and can generate shockwaves with his punches. And he can transform into the golden-clad warrior, which enhances his strength. But I want to save Thomas Anderson for another trait. However, this second candidate and the candidate that I will be choosing is the Absolute Being. The Absolute Being is extremely powerful, that he is so strong that he can create or destroy entire universes. So our character has the strength of the Absolute Being. For the next trait for our character to have is speed. And there's only one good option for this trait. And we will be picking Baru for our character's speed. Baru is incredibly fast and he can go even faster with his ant wing. Baru was also able to effortlessly dodge Cha's attack without even moving his feet. He can fly from Jeju to Busan in a matter of minutes, but also he was able to fly from the edge of the universe to Earth in the matter of years. So our character has the speed of Baru. The next trait for our character to have is intelligence. And for this trait, I will be choosing the Statue of God for intelligence. He was able to foresee the potential benefits of the system for Ashbourne and orchestrate the events in the double dungeon to find a suitable vessel for him. He is also responsible for designing and implementing the system, which allowed Sun Jin Woo to level up and gain power. So our character has the intelligence of the Statue of God. For the next trait for our character to have is Battle IQ, and I will be choosing Liu Zigane for our character's Battle IQ. You see, Liu is one of the strongest swordsmen in all of solo leveling, if not the strongest. He can demonstrate and master any weapon he can use, and he is always quick to strategize. So our character has the Battle IQ of Liu. The next trait for our character to have is a weapon. A candidate that we should consider is Kamoshi's Wrath. Kamoshi's Wrath is extremely powerful, as Sun Jin Woo was able to stab and kill a bunch of monarchs with it. However, I want to save Sun Jin Woo for a later trait. But the candidate that I will be choosing is the Demon King's Longsword. This weapon is extremely powerful, as it has an effect called the Storm of the White Flame. This effect summons a miniature lightning storm that attacks enemies when the sword is swung. And the reason that we will be picking this weapon is that not only Sun Jin Woo wielded it, but its original wielder was the Demon King. So I will be choosing King Baron's sword. The next trait for our character to have is a summon. And come on, there's only one right answer for this one, and that will be Bellion. Bellion is the strongest soldier that Jin Woo has, as he possesses immense amount of strength and was able to defeat Baru. He also possesses the ability to master any weapon he has, such as swords and whips. He can also completely regenerate as long as his master possesses enough mana. And he was so fast that he can keep up with Baru and catch him. So our character now has the Summon Bellion. For our next trait for our character to have is Mana Reserves. And we will be picking Sun Jinwoo's dad, Sun Huan. As a vessel of a ruler, he has an immense amount of mana and considered to have one of the most mana in the entire world. His mana capacity was significantly larger than the other S-rank hunters, and his ability to utilize mana was extraordinary, allowing him to perform powerful actions and utilize advanced skills. So our character possesses the mana control of Sun Huan. For the next trait for our character to have is mana control, and I will be choosing Thomas Anderson for this trait. Thomas Anderson's mana control is very good. He is known for being a very strong unit that doesn't tend to run out of mana. He also has a buff that increases his mana recovery, making it very easier to maintain his abilities in combat. And also, he can regenerate his mana too. So our character possesses the mana control of Thomas Anderson. The next trait for our character to have is a special ability, and I will be taking Sun Jinwoo's system ability. This grants the ability to summon objects, armies, and has the main ability to level up. You see, whenever he kills a monster, he gains XP, which allows him to level up. So basically turning our character into a Minecraft character. It also possesses an infinite size inventory which Sun Jinwoo can store all his items. But the best ability from this ability has to be Necromancy. This ability allows the user to turn fallen enemies into loyal allies. So our character's special ability is the system. And for our final trait for our character to have is race. And I will be choosing Antares for our character's race. You see, the race of Antares is a monarch of destruction. Not only that, but he's also the king of dragons. So there's nothing in reality he cannot destroy. So our character's race is a dragon monarch. And there it is, the strongest character in all of Solo Leveling. Also, if you made it to the end, please subscribe as this was extremely hard to make. We are almost at 100 subscribers, and I'll see you in the next one.